Welcome back. This is part 2 of Africa Business Reports, coming to you this month from Luanda, Angola. Still to come on the program, Mombasa, Somali businessmen making big waves. But let's focus on what's happening right here in this country. And I need to be frank with you. There is a lot of money flowing through at least some parts of the economy. And there's no more powerful a symbol of that as the number of luxury vehicles being imported and being sold. Take a look at that. That says it all. I want to go into the Porsche Center here in Luanda and meet the director, Esmeraldo Chinguto, and find out how business is going. Hello, Esmeraldo.
Hi.
How are you?
Fine, thanks. And
Very
you?
nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet
thanks
you.
Thanks for having us in.
You are welcome to Porsche Center, Luanda.
When did you decide that there was an opportunity to sell such an expensive car here in Angola?
Well, we decided when we got our peaceful agreement in 2002, when we started
the end of the war.
Yeah, the end of the war, and we thought that the Angolans, they have got opportunity in order to enjoy themselves with luxurious goods, you know, such as this kind of product in Porsche.
All right. Is business booming?
Definitely, definitely it is. As you can see here on the floor, I don't have 4x4 cars because all of them have gone. The way that they put on the floor, 24 hours later,
the minute you have a 4x4, I suppose you're talking about the Porsche Cayenne.
Cayenne.
As soon as you put it on the floor, the next day it's gone.
Definitely.
People have that kind of money now.
Definitely they have. We have one customer here. He came here, he found 2 cars, one sport car and one Cayenne edition.
4x4.
Yeah, edition 4x4. He came here, asked for the car. We look at him and we say, well, this guy is doesn't have got money in order to afford to buy this car. And we didn't give him that
the kind of respect.
Yeah, the kind
you
of
didn't think he was going to buy the Porsche.
Of course. Yeah. And then he asked how much it is. We thought, oh, you can see it's right there.
How much is this one?
For example, this one is 108.
$108,000.
Yeah, dollars. You know, the guy came here, saw the price. He crossed the road, as you can see, opposite the road. It is the bank. He went there, paid the cash, and said, "Oh, this is my car." We said, "Wow!" And then we said, "Okay, we can prepare the car. We give you the car this afternoon." And then he turned around and said, "And what about that one 4x4?" We said, "So much." He went
back across
the road and bought 2 cars, one for him and one for his wife.
Esmeraldo, I need to ask you for a favor.
I know.
You know what it is,
I
right?
know what it is.
I would just love to have the opportunity. I know I can't drive it because someone's bought this.
Right.
I'd love to just sit in this. Oh my goodness. We're in 2012.
Yeah.
Are you actually placing more orders for 2013?
Just you to have an idea, our initial stock was in the region of 35 cars, but now we are in the second year of this business. And we foresee in order to sell more, close to 87 cars.
Esmeraldo, thank you very much for allowing us into the Porsche Center, and good luck.
You are welcome. Thank you.
Fantastic
Thank
stuff.
you.
So obviously, the Porsche is a symbol of success. It's for people who already have disposable income. But what is it like for those who are just starting out? Nyanga Tatapeka is a young entrepreneur. Let's find out what kind of hoops she has to jump through to get her business started. Hello, Nyanga. How are you?
Good. How
nice
are
to
you?
see you. Has it
Nice
been a
to
busy day already?
Somehow.
I see you carrying a bundle of papers.
Yeah.
What's this all about?
Well, I just came from the Angolan Institute for Quality and Normalization.
Okay.
I was fetching some regulation pertaining food safety for industrial processes. The only hurdle with this is that I have to get a receipt, walk down the street and go to the bank, pay, and then go back up and try to get a piece of regulation. That's the only problem.
So you wish it was just like a one-stop process, and that would
Exactly.
make things a lot easier for you.
Exactly.
How long have you been in business for yourself?
About a year.
A year.
A year.
You feel that Angola is now the land of opportunity for its young people?
I would have to say yes, you know, because I would have not had this opportunity had I stayed in the United States. Why do I think it's the last frontier? I mean, it's a line of opportunity for us. It's because right here we can take advantage of the fact that you don't have a lot of skilled people. So the skills that I bring to the table, that I bring to other businesses, are definitely valuable. I mean, there's competition, but my competition is it's very strong competition, and I'm not even going to try to compete with them. I'm offering services to other businesses that need either my English skills, they need my knowledge of the market. So there's definitely a lot of opportunity as long as young people know how to take advantage of them. We can't expect to come out here and try to compete with a major consulting company, because I do a lot of consulting, like Price Water Cooper House. Exactly. You can't expect to do that.
How many hoops did you have to jump through to get from the point of the concept of your business to where you are now?
Well, I had to jump through about 10 hoops, I have to say. However, we do have an institution here that allows for people, it's a one-stop agency that allows for entrepreneurs to get their business started.
Right.
So for the type of business that I started, which is a sole proprietorship, it's not as complicated. So I went down the road to the Guichet Único. It's the name of the agency. I got my information. I got somehow wrong information, and then I had to go back there again and ask someone different.
Right.
Who finally gave me the information. I had to go get some paperwork pertaining to where I lived, how much money I had in the bank. I set up the name of my company.
Right.
And from there, I just had to change my fiscal identification number and started my business. However, there's a permit that I have yet to get, because there have been some changes in the regulation pertaining to what services providers should carry in order to carry out their business.
Okay, so from the concept to where you are now, how long has it taken?
Let's say, well, the whole time, from the concept, from like figuring out
Yes.
what I wanted to do and being where I am. I mean, I'm really, really far from where I want to be. So I guess it's probably going to take me about another year before I can finally say, this is what I've envisioned and this is where I feel most comfortable at.
What's the main bottleneck, or what are the main bottlenecks? What needs to change to make the process more efficient so people like yourself who want to set up a business can do so with fewer headaches?
A few of the bottlenecks, I mean, are, the extreme prices of, certain overhead, like, having an office space.
But you're confident about the future?
I'm very confident, yes, I am.
Good luck to you, Nyanga.
Thank you.
All the best.
Okay.
The instability in Somalia is of growing concern across East Africa, and that's especially the case in neighboring Kenya, which has a pretty large Somali community. Somalis there complain of being stigmatized and marginalized, but that hasn't stopped them from doing a lot of brisk business, as Marlene Said reports from Mombasa.
Mohammed Olad makes ice for a living. He manufactures the blocks in his factory in Mombasa and sells them to fishermen around East Africa.
The fishing people, fisheries, they are going to sea, deep sea, for 1 week. So maybe every day they catch for 200 kilo, 150 kilo. So must they have to take this ice they are using to keep fresh. This guy is standing still.
Mohammed set up his business in Mombasa 10 years ago. He was forced to flee his home in Somalia because of the civil war. He says life has been good in Kenya, but that could all be about to change because piracy is now threatening his livelihood.
Most of the fishing people now, most of them, they stop doing fishing. Most of them, because of pirates and Al-Shabaab. Before we are selling every day. We are selling ice every day. But now maybe once a week or twice.
Over 2 million Somalis have come to Kenya in the last 20 years to escape the conflict there. And like Mohammed, many have done very well here. Somalis in Kenya are involved in the import and export of food and clothes. They own many of the big transport companies and are known for setting up Hawala, Kenya's most popular money transfer service. But all this success comes at a price. Many Kenyans accuse Somalis of profiting from piracy and links to Al-Shabaab. And Somalis say that has led to discrimination and harassment.
This part of town is Mombasa's main commercial areas. 20 years ago, this street would have been lined with Indian shops and tailors. But now, as you can see, it's dominated by Somali businesses. Wholesalers, retailers, selling pretty much everything from wheat to maize to even camel milk.
And customers come from as far as Uganda and Tanzania to take advantage of the cheaper prices, which can stir up resentment amongst the locals.
To be honest, the business they do is not very straight. They believe in cheaper things, fake products, products which the genuine one, with same name, same product, and they sell. They believe in 10 shilling profit, 20 shilling profit, because they take an apartment, 10 people sleep in it. At night it's a place to sleep. In the morning, it's a shopping mall.
This is a 7-floor hotel.
Somali entrepreneur Hassan Sherwa owns what's soon to be Mombassa's tallest hotel. He's been involved in big business in Kenya for over 20 years. He says Somali's success is simply down to their makeup.
It's a culture. Some people, they are oriented to be employed. Some people, they are oriented to be self-employed. The Somalis prefer 100% to be self-employed. And that's a culture.
Even if the majority of Somali business in Kenya is genuine, piracy is hard to ignore. Somali pirates' attacks on Kenya's resorts and beaches have hit the economy hard, particularly its tourism industry, which brings in around $800 million a year. But analysts say the contribution made by legitimate Somali business far outweighs the cost of criminal activity.
The money we're talking about involved in the piracy, it's not more than $100 million US. And we're talking about businesses, which is a couple of $1 billion, long before the piracy history started.
Back at the ice factory, Mohammed is proud of his contribution to Kenya. He employs 6 locals who he says without him would not have jobs. After 20 years building a life, a home and a business, it is clear he and the rest of the Somali community in Kenya are here to stay, regardless of the obstacles put in their way. Marlene Saeed, Mombasa, Kenya.
And that story brings us to the end of this edition of Africa Business Reports, coming to you this month from Luanda, Angola. Now, if you want to find out more about any of the stories that were in this edition of the program, visit our website. It's bbc.com/Africa Business Reports, and check out our Facebook page for some fantastic pictures from this trip. Until next time, when we bring you another edition of the program, I'm Komla Dumont. Goodbye.